Hey everybody, and welcome to Life Changing Mission. I promised you all that I would start doing a book review, and I am kind of overdue, but not really because I didn't give you dates, so I get to it when I can. And this is the book that I specifically said I will be reviewing with you guys. It is called 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. And I started reading this book a little while ago, and I finally finished it, and it has helped me a lot. And I figured, why not share? Because I know we get busy. Not everyone is, taking the time to read and stuff, which is understandable because I barely can. So why not give you guys insight on the things that I learned, because I want other people to have the same knowledge and, tools. So 13 things mentally strong people don't do. Have I mastered all of them? Probably not. But I am definitely working on it, and we're all a work in progress. So before I start my review, because I'll be working on one chapter at a time. I don't want to say every week because that would be a commitment. But I'm going to try to cover one chapter a week. Just stay tuned. But I would like to start off by talking about what mental strength even is, because it's something that we all have. We just have to practice it, just like we have to work on our physical strength and, any other skill that you work on. Mental strength is actually something that we can work on. And research has proven that it has plasticity, which means that it can be changed over time with practice and consistency. And so mental strength is pretty much made up of our thoughts, our behaviors, and our emotions. And the level of self-control that you have will somewhat determine how strong you are mentally. So in order to become mentally strong, you have to practice. You have to work out mentally. And a lot of people skip that. They skip that step and they become mentally weak. And that's not what we want, especially not for our communities. So with this book, it gives you, the different things that we need to work on to practice our mental strength. And in turn, you will have increased resilience to stress, improved life satisfaction, and enhanced performance. So to make a long story short, it will help your life become better quality, better just outlook, and it just overall will help you grow as a person, as a human being, and become the better version of yourself. Become the best version of yourself, because that's what Life Changing Mission is all about. So let's start with chapter 1. Chapter 1 says, they don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. So, mentally strong people do not waste time saying that they feel sorry for themselves. Meaning that self-pity and just wallowing in your misery, playing the victim, those are things that mentally strong people do not do. And let me tell you why. Because if you spend your energy focusing on that, which is worrying about what you are not good at or not, what you don't have, that will then, you will use all of your energy on that, and you won't have any energy left to increase the quality of your life. So why would you do that? If you're mentally strong, you understand that sitting around and feeling bad for yourself and crying about your circumstances will not ultimately elevate you. Instead, it'll just keep you down. It'll keep you vibrating low. And that's not really what you want. I know you don't. So in order to work on that, you have to work hard to not focus on that. It can be hard because it's easy to fall into that role of just, worrying about what's going wrong, because that's what's directly affecting you at the time. Here's a little checklist that the book includes, and I encourage you guys to buy this and do it in detail. I'm just giving you a brief review. But here are some things to see if you have self-pity. You tend to think your problems are worse than anyone else's. If it weren't for bad luck, you're pretty sure you'd have none at all. Problems seem to add up for you at a much faster rate than anyone else. You're fairly certain that no one else truly understands how hard your life really is. And there's a few more indicators that you might suffer from self-pity. And the reason why we do that in the first place is that it's easy to, like I said, it's very easy to do. And it helps get or elicit comforting words or even actions from other people because they see victim in you and they may try to console you. Now, this is not to say that you can't ever share or vent your concerns or circumstances, but just be careful on how much you're doing that and how much energy you're putting into that. Because yes, we all need a moment of getting, that support and letting people know what we're going through. But if you spend all of your time focusing on self-pity, you will be stuck in that circumstance. So take your moment, but do not make that a lifestyle. So let's see. What happens is it's a waste of time. It leads to more negative emotions because you're constantly focusing on what's going wrong, and you will constantly just go into a mental cycle. It can become the self-fulfilling prophecy, which, if you haven't heard what that means, it's that if you pretty much say it out loud and you think it over and over again, then it will become true, even more so than it was yesterday. So definitely avoid that. It prevents you from dealing with your other emotions because you're so stuck on certain circumstances or dealing with certain things that in the end you put up these barriers, your mental barriers, and you won't be able to move forward. And it's not a good thing. And it causes you to overlook the good in life. And that's where I come in with practicing gratitude, because it has totally shifted my mind. I don't know if you guys follow my personal Facebook page, but I have been expressing gratitude consistently for almost 450 days, around that. And it drastically changed my life. Yes, I still get in my ruts and I still have moments of self-pity. However, when I really practice gratitude, it just continuously reminds me of how many things I do have that I can be grateful for. And focusing on those things as opposed to the things that are not serving me just increases the quality of my life, and it also creates momentum to push yourself towards change. So just really stop feeling sorry for yourself. Behave in a manner that makes it hard to feel sorry for yourself. So what's the example they used? Doing things for the community, creating positive experience for yourself can help you get out of that victim mentality. Volunteering for different causes, performing random acts of kindness. I love doing that. Doing something active, like just involving yourself somehow in the community, can help you overcome your feelings of self-pity, because you will be engaged. It will be an alternative behavior, and it's incompatible to engaging with self-pity, because how can you be self-pitiful when you're serving someone else in need that probably has it 10 times worse than you? So these are just some things that you can do to get out of those mental blocks. Like I said, gratitude is the key. She said it here. Change the channel when you're experiencing self-pity. You control that. Change the channel. Teach your kids to be grateful as well, because this is a world of self-pity, pretty much. And overall, just give yourself reality checks so that you don't exaggerate how bad the situation really is. Replace overly negative thoughts about your situation with realistic thoughts. Choose active problem solving and getting active, getting fit, just doing things that will make you feel better about yourself will help you get out of this rut. And that pretty much covers chapter 1. So thank you to Amy Morin. I'm sorry I didn't even shout out the author of this awesome book. Amy Morin went through some serious things she shared in the beginning of her book, and she had to learn all of these things in order to get through her situations. And I appreciate that people write cool books like that. Maybe I'll write one myself one day. But so chapter 1 was all about not feeling sorry for yourself. If you're gonna do it, make it quick. Make it quick, because it's gonna happen. And really just keep your focus on positivity. It's very difficult. The world makes it hard, but we can do it with practice, with awareness, and just constant want for change. So yes, that wraps up our chapter 1 review. I will be back with chapter 2. Make sure to share this with someone who may be in need, because again, my whole goal is to disseminate knowledge in any capacity I can. I want other people to really start becoming the best version of themselves, because that is what it's going to take to save our world. Because how can we actually walk in our purpose if we are still suffering from these mental barriers and mental blocks? How? Think about that. You owe it to the world, and you owe it to yourself. Thank you, everyone. Life-changing mission, baby. I will be back, and just keep us posted. Join our LCM Run Challenge. Join LCM Gratitude. You can look up these hashtags. We plan on expanding soon, so stay tuned. I will be back with our next review. Bye-bye. Happy Hump Day.